Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss XRP. However, I must begin with the day's most noteworthy event, Coinbase's lawsuit against the SEC in an effort to gain regulatory clarification for cryptocurrencies. Many people have left the country because of this attitude. Particularly taxing on the market has been the SEC's strict regulation. That's why, right? Simply put, Gary isn't protecting the interests of individual investors like me and you. Gary, on the other hand, is protecting the big banks and is killing crypto in the process. But the Medallion man has some insight to offer with you that puts this costume in proper context. Here's the lowdown on Coinbase's legal battle with the Securities and Exchange Commission. We may expect swift action. This case, in contrast to the Ripple case, will likely commence in the appellate rather than the trial-level court. There will be no depositions or document exchange as part of discovery, only hearing briefs will be submitted. Therefore, it will develop rapidly. Coinbase also boasts a formidable legal team. Coinbase is requesting a writ of mandamus, which would require the SEC to act on the requests for rulemaking made by Coinbase. The SEC's planned lawsuit against Coinbase is unaffected by this development. Big names in the sector will likely file amicus papers in favor of the cryptocurrency bases. Briefs in favor of Coinbase could also be submitted by the House Financial Services Committee or by individual members. This has the potential to explode in size rapidly. There is a slim possibility that the SEC will give in and agree to engage in rulemaking in response to Coinbase, but only if the commissioners vote to do so. Gary Gensler's regulation by enforcement plan is doomed if even one commissioner stops backing it. We now know that Hester Peirce was highly critical of the SEC and its policies. But she can't do it alone. She needs at least one more person. But if Gary were forced to resign, the price of crypto would skyrocket. Nance will be using and endorsing Coinbase. However, the leading cryptocurrency exchange is concerned that its participation in the conversation could be detrimental to its operations, despite the fact that Nance fully supports Coinbase's writ of mandamus against the SEC. Please visit Nance. CZ is continually proclaiming that he is fighting for the greater good of the crypto community and the average investor. If that's the case, then back Coinbase and show your support for them. Nance, please, do the decent thing. See how Coinbase's lawsuit against the SEC benefits its case in this article. Coinbase's action could bring regulatory clarification in addition to that. It could also have an immediate bearing on Ripple's legal dispute with the SEC. To use XRP, as explained by community lawyer Johnny Deaton on Twitter. This is the second crypto-related regime that Damas has submitted. Amanda Ripple complained to include just direct sales by Ripple DT and remark, I filed cryptos as first Riddiman Damas when I sued the SEC, requesting a judge to require the SEC to fulfill its duty. The action that Coinbase has filed against the SEC is significant for Ripple in more ways than one. Coinbase, along with Ripple, was accused by attorney Bill Morgan of relying on a ruling for the second largest cryptocurrency, Ethereum, that was purportedly issued by Hinman in a lecture. It's unclear how convincing the argument is. To date, no court has concluded that Hinman's speech was an official SEC statement, despite the SEC's claims that the speech was about the former department head's personal opinions, as Morgan notes. This was indeed a formal announcement. That's why Ethereum is exempt from regulation. That's why distributing the records in question is crucial. For the express purpose of demonstrating the systemic corruption at the SEC. Maybe this case with Coinbase versus the SEC will now turn crypto around, and that's excellent news, given that Ripple is considering leaving the US due to the company's continuous struggle with the SEC and regulatory pressure. We need to maintain creativity here at home. It's not something we want to always have to ship overseas. A new payment system has been introduced in Russia. Russia is launching a payment system based on digital financial assets, which the country's finance minister described as allowing for unlimited cross-border transfers. He claimed that the payment mechanism would allow for an agreement to be reached, money to be sent, and interference from any nation to be avoided. I made a movie the other day showcasing how India, one of the BRICS countries, is making use of RippleNet. I anticipate that both Russia and China will adopt its use. Perhaps XRP will be used. As for the trust layer in between, that's something we have to witness for ourselves. Then, the CTO of Ripple debunks the notion that $3.84 was the all-time high price of XRP. The widely held belief that January 4, 2018, when XRP was worth $3.84, was not the all-time high, as recently debunked by David Schwartz, CTO of Ripple. Schwartz revealed in a series of tweets that a member of the XRP community who is synonymous with this claim had uploaded a snapshot with data showing that the all-time high for XRP was that $3.84, despite data from several sources stating the opposite. But Schwartz, the XRP ledger's architect, said that this misleads investors since it factors in the official Korean H1 exchange rate. The $3.84 peak was also reached by XRP. According to him, it wasn't. And why does he say it now, of all times? There seems to be a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt FUD around XRP just before a big price increase. Thus, Forbes wonders, for example, like Wirecard, Ripple might be XRP if it uses round trips. Now, the term round tripping is used to describe financial dealings between businesses that inflate reported income. With the help of this method, the numbers can be inflated to make the income statement more appealing to potential investors. It can also help restore faith in the digital asset market after a rough 2022. I don't think anything like the billion-dollar bankruptcy of FTX, Terra Luna Celsius, and Voyager is happening with XRP. The weak hands are again shaken out by a wave of fear, uncertainty, and doubt FUD just before a significant run. You have to keep your resolve. This is a really important matter, and I want to tell you about it right now. So, I've put this up before, and I'm sure I wasn't the first. You're welcome, but it's the last thing said that people remember. It is possible that the cryptocurrency Ripple XRP will soon be transferred through the SWIFT network, potentially with the use of a mobile application like X. Learn more. However, when we return to using something like FX, Ripple XRP may likewise be transferred as currency through the SWIFT network. Keep in mind that I still believe Quick and Ripple will be a good match. In the future, Ripple will likely let SWIFT use such instantaneous liquidity. If this doesn't happen, SWIFT will collapse and disappear over the next 5 years as Ripple continues to siphon off its customers. Then there's the fact that we transfer $50 million in XRP in 2 seconds at a cost of only 30 cents. Michael, are really ferocious, please hear me out. The level of tribalism among professionals in this field is ridiculous. So, I don't get why everyone seems to agree that XRP is terrible, despite the fact that there have always been Bitcoin maximalists. They are a real business and don't try to pass themselves off as something they are not. And they excel at one thing: inexpensive and speedy money transfers. And it works well. There was a significant void that this helps to fill. Denominated in Ripple and XRP, which is ideal for a hedge fund like ours. That's exactly what I did, actually. It's excellent in every possible way. The initial close has been made. It took us around 2 seconds and 30 cents to put $50 million in Ripple and XRP into the company. That's very incredible. Only neither fiat currency nor Bitcoin can be used for this purpose. There is simply not a way to accomplish that. Heed is warning that doing so via our Bitcoin is impossible. You should also consider the value of the investments you make. That sums it up well. Transferring funds every day of the year. You should always keep in mind that this is the cryptocurrency that has the potential to truly liberate your financial situation. And I can assure you, it is on the way. The team at Ripple is attempting to find a solution to an issue, and they were the first enterprise firm I met at Morgan Stanley. You should hear what Caitlin Long, a former director at Morgan Stanley, has to say. The first enterprise-level company I talked to was Ripple, and they are working on a solution. They wouldn't have been invited to the meeting if they'd shown up to discuss Bitcoin. That's how banks see Bitcoin, but Bitcoin maxis are trying to market the idea that the cryptocurrency will soon become integral to a brand new monetary order. The US dollar will be supplanted by it eventually. I've been saying it since day one. All the Bitcoin maxis are doing is getting retail investors wreck, because retail investors come in and invest, and what are they possibly going to get out of Bitcoin now? Maybe a 6 to 10-fold return, and that's in a major run. Then, after the hype dies down, When utility finally takes hold everywhere and Bitcoin ceases to be significant, those folks will still be stuck in Bitcoin, waiting for another run. Also, there is no guarantee that a similar run will occur in the future. There are new developments. Zoom in on how XRP and the XRP Ledger token are leading the charge to revolutionize e-commerce. The integration of Xumm with Equid by Lightspeed HQ is a huge step forwards for e-commerce. It will allow more than 1 million retailers to accept XRP Ledger payments in a safe manner, which will greatly increase international trade. Also, the XRP Ledger is expected to contribute significantly. After making a video in which I express concern over the stability of banks and receiving the consistent feedback that you don't know what you're talking about, I felt compelled to post this. The financial institutions will be completely secure. The stock price of First Republic Bank fell by more than 50% after the bank reported a drop of more than $100 billion in customer deposits. People continue to mistakenly believe that banks provide a secure environment. Cryptocurrency is a considerably superior investment option since it provides a hedge against inflation, and inflation is expected to rise further in the future. Even if the Fed came out with all the magical numbers they wanted to throw on the normies of the globe, it wouldn't make a difference. Yet we are wise to this. Prices at the pump and the supermarket both continue to rise. And if anything, you're paying the same amount for less. That's why you should put your money into XRP. You can finally stop worrying about money. But on that note, I'm going to end this video for now. Please accept my gratitude for tuning in. I value your interest in my videos. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.